First of all, thank you all for being here. It's a lovely place, lovely venue. Almost of the size of a basketball court, would you say, Dan?
But not the same on that side, yeah.
Not on the sides, but
the side, yeah.
There's a height, obviously.
Yeah.
So, today we want to talk a little bit about basketball, but more about leadership, about brand, about business, even diplomacy and regional opportunities. You are co-founder and CEO of Dubai Basketball Club. In the last year and a half, you achieved what we can fairly say no club in Europe has done. You are participating in two major basketball leagues. One is called ABA, another one is EuroLeague. But what is my real first and opening question for this fireside is, due to war circumstances in the Middle East, you moved the basketball, the games, from Dubai to Sarajevo. Why?
Why? This is a good question, but I think it's, first of all, it's an honor for me to be here in Adria Summit and of course talk with you because we are from the same hometown and of course is that always feeling of belonging. But when we talk about us and we talk about Dubai Basketball Club and why we moved to Sarajevo, that was business decision, not sports decision itself.
We are very much interested in that aspect.
Exactly, that's why we are here. And to be honest with you, either that was not emotional decision because I'm from Sarajevo and we are moving to Sarajevo. I think that that decision was made by our chairman, Abdullah Al-Nabuda, myself, and our business department when we thought that in 2 days we need to move from Dubai in the charters. We need to evacuate a lot of people, more than 200 people with the families. We need to evacuate as well other team members of other teams who stuck in Dubai, like players from Partizan, Maccabi, FS Pilsen, if I don't remember well, and if I remember well, and then Fenerbahce. So we evacuate all of them. We flew to Ljubljana because in Ljubljana we have a game against Cedevita Olimpija already scheduled. And then after that we thought where we can go and where we can stay. Not like in Dubai, but let's say like almost like a home. And that was Sarajevo, because city is in the center of Europe and center of ABA leagues cities. Infrastructure is good for us, not like in Dubai. Nothing is like in Dubai, but let's say that that was acceptable. We thought also that we have players from Bosnia because that will attract funds to come and to support us. That was also business and political decision. And at the end of the day, if we want to grow, we have one very special vision that we are rivals in the court, but outside of the court, we really try to support and to encourage basketball in the region or basketball everywhere where we are competing like a team. So now I'm talking about ABA League, so I'm talking about the region of former Yugoslavia.
But when we talk about this business element of this move from Dubai to Sarajevo, what have you learned? How difficult it is to relocate the team, staff, to organize business on other location?
It's very difficult because there are two types of evacuations or allocation, like you said. One that did Maccabi and Hapoel on the beginning of the season in summer. They move, they establish everything during the summer for 1 month, and then they start to compete.
That's for the audience who doesn't know, that's a team from Israel.
The two teams from Israel, who already they informed them that they cannot play in Israel. In our case was very difficult because we did this in the middle of the season. And when you do this in the middle of the season, is a scary job to do that because, like I said, is so many components, so many things that you need to take care of.
And the schedule is tight. I mean,
schedule is
you have like between the games, you have a couple of days of rest, so you need
nothing. No, they just actually that was only one postponed game against Partizan that we played week after. So it's no postponed games. We didn't have any day off.
So the lesson is business has to continue. Business must go on,
exactly,
regardless of circumstances.
Exactly.
And you have to do everything that you have to.
Yes. And then the component, there are emotional components also here. Not only business model components, emotional components. And emotional component is, okay, for me, particularly for me and for 5, 6 staff members and club members who are from Sarajevo, that was somehow closing the circle, because we escaped from the war, 92 there. Then all our stories was around the world. And then we came to Dubai, the most safest city in the world. And then you come to Sarajevo like a sports refugees. So literally, this is like nobody, if somebody told you this 6 months ago, this is impossible to even understand that can be happening. And then the emotional component is also for the guys, players and coaches. Because when we signed them, we told them, listen, you are going to the most safest city in the world. And then suddenly, after that, they end up in Sarajevo. And then they ask me, but this building here and this building here, no, it's because the war. So they say, here also was the war. I say, yeah, here was the war, and you are coming from the war. So they don't understand anything what we are doing here in Europe and which kind of people we are. Let's say like this.
So, you found a safe haven in Adria region now.
Exactly.
For your business. Could you say that that's a good message that could be sent from the Adria Future Summit, that this is the safe haven for doing business for any location in the Middle East which is affected by the conflict?
We know this here in Montenegro, that Emar and Mohamed Alabar, they are coming and they are investing. I think if Emar is coming and investing here in Montenegro, everybody will come and invest, not only here, in all the region. I think that Balkan is a land of opportunities for sure in the future. Probably the most stable area war-wise right now. We don't look 35 years back, but we are talking about right now.
And the future.
And I think that the new generations, what I learn when I'm coming here now often, because the games and everything, the good stuff here is that new generations, they don't think anymore about the war, about past wars, and about nothing. New generations, they just think about the today and about tomorrow. When you go more or less with the people of our generation or older, then they start to tell you, they attack us, here was this, here was that. But at the end of the day, this is just the past. And we need to move forward. And I think that Balkan, strategically, geopolitically, is the center of Europe in so many things. Culture-wise, we are advanced so much in so many things. And I think that just the issues here is which I think is the issues in majority of the world, is political issues. But we will not touch this, because if I start to talk about this, then we will go completely in another way.
Yes, we play sports.
Exactly.
So we touch this issue through the lenses of business, and the lesson number one, business cannot stop. You need to maintain the business. We talked a little bit about employees, to translate it, players, and their emotional coaches, staff, exactly, and their emotional staff and well-being. But how do you address the fans? Because on one side, your fans in Dubai are suffering because you're not playing over there. That's your customers, your main customers, but you are gaining new customers here in the region.
This is a big issue. Let's say, first of all, when we talk about Dubai fans, we need to understand that our fans in Dubai, we made some small research that is coming more than 126 nationalities to our games in the last year and a half. So this is so many people, different people. When we come to this point that the games, when we had back-to-back games, Real Madrid and Olympiacos in Dubai at home, I think it was in March or February, before we get evacuated. We won 2 games back-to-back against Olympiacos and Real Madrid. And on that time was the first time after a year and a half that our fans connected with the team. When I say connected with the team, that was the first time actually that they stand and with the scarves they start to sing Dubai. Even they whistle to the referees, which was impossible before that they do anything about the referees. Actually, during a year of our existence in ABA League and in EuroLeague on the beginning of the season, when other teams score or other team make a dunk, they also
they applaud the effort, regardless of the uniform.
They are supporting everybody, and they are even supporting the referees. And that was very difficult for us to explain them that you are playing European basketball, this is not NBA. NBA show, in NBA you can do that. But here is real basketball, and you really need to become 6 men, and you need to become our supporter. And that was very difficult because sometimes they even didn't know what is defense, what is offense. So when we are in offense, they are singing defense, defense. So that means that they are actually supporting other team. So there are so many things that we learn on that, let's say, process, that at the end of the day, we had a people who is going around the court with the big boards saying defense, when we are in defense, that they know that now it's defense. But when we finish all this learning process of year and half, suddenly against Maccabi, I have Maccabi in my head all the time. Suddenly against Madrid and Olympiacos, they connect. And that was, for me, the most emotional part of this journey, because finally you show that they understood who they are and where they belong, and how important is that 126 nationalities. Because when you watch Fenerbahce game, it's all Turkish people. When you watch Partizan game, it's all Serbian people, 90%. But when you watch Dubai game, it's not Arab people, it's everybody. All around the world, people is there in the
expatriates living in Dubai.
A lot, 92%. So when you are talking about 126 nationalities to become together, of course we need time. Of course we need time. And of course a lot of those people, they're coming to the games just to see what is going on, but they don't know the rules. That's why I think that was a key factor for us. And when we were in the most positive atmosphere for us, fan-wise, then start the war. And that's kill all the momentum of the team and all the momentum of our franchise. This is regarding fans in Dubai. Regarding fans in Sarajevo, when you come with this big circus, like we are now, circus and going in each city, like now, when you come to the small city like Sarajevo, because it's a small city, for us maybe, yes, when we were young, that was a big city, but when you come now after Dubai, for me everything is a small city, and you come to Sarajevo, and you have 6,000 people in every game, in our games, then what you are doing is indirectly you are killing other team in Sarajevo, who is Bosna Sarajevo, and they invite us to come. So they are inviting us to come, we are coming, and they are coming 6,000 people to our games, and they are coming 3,000 people to their games. So of course you don't feel good, especially not me, because I'm also Bosna fan, but long story short, this is this business model that in Dubai we struggle, let's say, to start with this, with the fans, and in Sarajevo was immediately, because of course Sarajevo has this.
But let's call it different markets.
Completely.
One market where you have customers, audience, that are very familiar with the game, and another market where audience, customers are not familiar with the game. So far, I got 3 lessons. Business cannot stop. I mean, business must go on. Take care about emotions of your staff, players, and that's your employees. Educate your market. That's the story from Dubai. I know that you are investing a lot in digital components of entertaining audience. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
When we started this vision, which is almost 6-7 years ago, because we need to understand that when you start a club in Dubai who will compete in Europe, you have a lot of challenges, a lot. One of the challenges, first one, who will accept you? So you need to start to negotiate with leagues like VTB in that time, which is a Russian league. And then when start the war in Russia, because always war is somehow following us, or me personally. So when we had
don't put that on your CV, please.
No, I will not. But somehow I need to, because I'm using more time word war here. True is that 2021 we start negotiate with VTB league, a Russian league, to compete first in Russian league. That was our vision, because commercially Russia and UAE, they have a big business connections, and start the war. So we said, okay, now we need to change. Now we need to go to Adriatic, ABA League. Then we spent 2 years negotiating with ABA League. Then we get accepted. We get accepted from the teams from ABA League. One of the teams is Budućnost also. And then after that, or during that process, we also work to make understand EuroLeague that this is the best commercial move for them. That took us only 6 years. So long story short, during 6 years, we had different negotiation and different, like you said, diplomacy skills in order to convince the people that this is the best move. And then when we come to the point that now we are accepted, then we need to say, okay, now what we do? What we want to be? We want to be NBA franchise? No, we don't. We want to be the typical European franchise? No. Because geographically we are in a special place. We are in between Asia, in between States, and in between Europe. That's why for us it was very important when we build this model of, let's say, Dubai basketball, that all our games, they are completely different. If you see our games in Coca-Cola Arena, of course Coca-Cola Arena is one of the best arenas in the world. We understand this, and then it's easy to make everything there because you have all the components to make a show there. But for us, always was the one rule. In the court, European style. Passion, emotion, every game a matter, and we fight for every game. Outside of the court, we do a lot of this game day experience, let's say like this, which is American. I don't like to copy Americans, but they are good in some things, selling the dreams. So we are doing this in our games. And if you come to our games in Dubai, now of course not, but I hope
one day
in September, even in Sarajevo, you can see some of these things. We are really the team who care more about the game day experience. And that's why actually Dubai people start to come to our games. Because if we just invite them to come for basketball, I don't think so that from 6,000 people, we will maybe have 1,000 people who will come only for basketball. And I think that this is a big difference. And how we want to encourage other franchise and teams in the region and in EuroLeague is that we really need to take care more of fans, that they are happy, that they enjoy, that they come to the game not only to support. Support is one thing, but also another is to have fun with the families, because at the end of the day, basketball is a family game.
So your players, your employees, or your product, so to speak, is European. It's very European style of basketball. But what the fans, your audience, your customers are getting is this American style experience.
Exactly. But with the European game.
European product, American style experience family for the fans. Just for the end of our fireside, sports today is business, influence, and positioning. And if you would use sports as a strategy tool, how would you position Adria region on a global map?
Well, listen, we know that in Balkans, sports-wise, we are one of the most talented people in the world, in any sport. Maybe not only in the Formula One, because we need to invest a lot of money, but everything else, I think we are very, very talented. So what I think is that every country uses the sport in different way. There are so many countries that they use the sport to promote politically the country, as we know. In UAE, what I learned from UAE is that we are using sport in order to promote touristic-wise the country. And this is, again, the business model, you know. There, Dubai basketball franchise now is the, I will say, only sports international voice of the country right now in that situation that we have particularly. So we are some only, let's say, positive story that we can say in sport in UAE and Dubai, because nothing there now is happening a lot because this current situation. And I think that this is a good example how you can say that one team, one franchise, who is geographically in the Middle East, like so many others, competing in Europe, like so many others, but never from UAE, how we promote touristic-wise and generally imagine, let's say, image-wise, Dubai. And I think that this is a key, because component of politics, we know that in some other countries you have a team, so you have a clubs that you are using because your fund basis for voting, or you are using this for any other political instrument. In this case, we are just business model who represent our country and our city on the best possible way in order to give this image of Dubai, which is real, of the most safest city in the world, not now in that particular situation, but I'm talking generally, and the city who is welcoming for everybody.
Dejan Kamenjašević, thank you so much for your time and for being here and for sharing your lessons with the audience. Thank you very much for listening.